Hello there, boys and girls. Chaplain Scott Savelle here, and welcome to another random musing on faith and life on the Fight for Joy podcast. Do you remember where you were just after midnight on this day 40 years ago? Well, I do, and I'm going to tell you all about it. Okay, cue the intro. 40 years ago today, my dad woke me up shortly after midnight for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We climbed into his fire engine red Twin County Electric Power Association work truck and drove south of Silver City, Mississippi, about 15 miles from where we lived. We headed down onto the levee on the east side of the channel, way out, far from city lights and far from noise. I was 14 years old. Halley's Comet was passing by in 1986, and if you are old enough to remember it, then you know it really wasn't all that impressive. It wasn't bright. You just didn't look up and see it. You had to go looking for it. We didn't have a telescope, just binoculars and patience. It was cold, levee cold. We stood there in the dark, scanning the sky slowly, quietly. Then my dad stopped and said, "There, see that?" At first I didn't. Then I did. Just a faint, fuzzy smudge. Not dramatic, not spectacular, but real, ancient, and moving. Passing through our moment the way it had passed through generations before us. We didn't say much after that. We didn't need to. Years later, I realized why that night stayed with me. Psalm 19 says, "The heavens declare the glory of God." Notice it doesn't say they shout, they declare, quietly, faithfully. But you have to slow down to hear that declaration. You have to get away from the glare. And sometimes you need someone beside you to say, "Look again, right there." Faith works the same way. Hebrews chapter 11 tells us that faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen, not imaginary, not wishful thinking, not seen, yet real. In fact, more real than that which we do see. Some of the truest things in life aren't obvious. They aren't loud, and they're easy to miss if you stay near the lights. That night on the levee taught me something else too. One night, you're 14 years old, riding in your dad's work truck, standing in the cold, looking up at the sky. And then one day you wake up and you're not 14 anymore. You're 54. Life goes fast, faster than we realize while we're living it. I'm 54 now, and Daddy is with Jesus. The one who once stood beside me in the middle of nowhere in the dark, pointing into the sky and saying, "There, see that?" is seeing clearly now, by sight, what the rest of us can only see by faith. The comet moved on, and Daddy went home to be with Jesus. And by God's grace, I'm still here, learning to slow down, learning to look, learning to see clearly too. Well, thank you for spending a few minutes with me on this random musing on faith and life. If this encouraged you or gave you something to think about, I'd love for you to like, share it, subscribe, and click on the bell so that you don't miss any future episodes. And please feel free to leave a comment down below. And don't forget to visit www.fightforjoy.net, where you'll find over 20 years of sermons, writings, and resources available at no cost. Until next time, keep fighting for joy and keep looking up. God bless.